What is up, everybody, and welcome to the SIG P220 by Millenia. So this is a huge weapon mod release. If you don't know why, well, Millenia was a massive mod author for Fallout New Vegas, and basically she has quite a few different work in progress mods that have yet to be released for Fallout 4, but she's been posting pictures, and basically it's been kind of like a long process. She's a bit of a slow mod author as it seems, but finally we are getting one of her mods, and it has the same quality standards that we saw previously. So although Millenia is the main mod author behind it, it's actually a collaborative effort behind a bunch of different mod authors, including Doom and all that. But basically Millenia is known for her textures, and as you can see, the textures on this thing are absolutely insane. This is definitely some unprecedented quality, and this is only one of her weapons. I'm really excited to see the rest, as well as it's just one of those weapon mods that is very complete, and I'll show you that right now. Also, because I'm going to get a lot of comments, I'm using the B35C Brotherhood or Heavy Brotherhood armor. I made a video about it earlier today, but that's what I'm wearing in this video. So let's actually check out the weapon itself. There's actually a regular version as well as a unique version. Right now I'm holding the unique version. Basically you'll find this at a predefined place on the map, so it's just going to be in that location. I really like that. I think that's a cool feature to have. This one's actually black and has like a wooden grip, while this one I put a suppressor on it, but otherwise it is like that kind of silver, typical P220 style you know and love. But now let's actually take a look at the gun firing. So as you can see, all the animations and everything like that line up perfectly, which I am super stoked about. I feel like we've been getting a lot of weapon mods that, you know, maybe weren't the greatest, and they were good, but they were just content heavy, and I prefer this. Like, I would rather one pistol mod that just works super well and looks really good, sounds really good, etc. I feel like this thing is really the full package. It is finally a complete and proper mod. So let's actually check out the silence version now. Again, it's pretty much all the same as far as the unique version versus the regular version. It's just aesthetically a little bit different. So nothing too crazy going on there. Now let's check out some of the different options we do have as far as modifying the gun. So here's a better view of the differences between the two. Again, it's only aesthetic, so the actual function of the weapon is going to be 100% the same, although I'm sure once you get this one, you're going to want to use it. I think it looks a little bit nicer. I don't really like the handguard on that as much. So once we get into the gun, we do have some different options. Of course, you do have all the different barrel options, which are the pretty standard pistol options, nothing like automatic or anything crazy like that, just standard. And then you have like the hair trigger, and then the powerful, and then the calibrated powerful, etc, etc. I'm using the advanced receiver here. You have two different barrel types, which aesthetically are exactly the same. So then you have the hardened or the standard barrel rather, and the hardened is going to give you 15 extra damage, but it's going to add some weight, so you're going to get 0.4 weight on top of that, as well as I think it bumps your accuracy or something a little bit, but nothing too crazy there. And then we do have the different grips. Again, this is going to be all the same, so this is for both. Even though I'm using the Diplomat version here, on the other version all the grips are aesthetically exactly the same. They just have different functions. So like standard versus comfort is improved recoil and hipfire accuracy, and then sharpshooter, better recoil and hipfire accuracy. But again, if I put on the standard grip, it looks exactly the same, which that would be something it'd be nice to see in the future, but again, not too big of a deal in my eyes. As far as magazines go, you do have a large mag, which is going to stick out there a little bit, and as you can see, you're going to get that kind of black mag, which actually looks pretty cool, especially on this one. Or you could just do the quick eject for the large or the regular size. I personally like the quick eject for the regular size. Then we do have some standard sights. So this is actually pretty cool. You could actually change the glow sights on the gun. So here I do have green ones. On the other gun, let's put on some red ones, and let's actually see what they look like. So as you can see, the green glow sights here, pretty typical. I feel like this is what you expect almost out of Fallout, but the red ones actually give you, I almost feel like a Splinter Cell look. It just kind of looks a little bit more covert, and I don't know, I do like the red ones quite a bit, although the green ones are that classic look. So as far as muzzles go, of course, we do have the no muzzle, and then we do have the suppressor, which I did show you in the beginning, which you know, silences the weapon, recoil, all that stuff. And then of course we do have a compensator. So this one actually looks very cool. As you can see, it is a very cool Apex looking compensator there. I forgot the name of it. And you know, it does all the same stuff as normal mods, but I really like the custom textures and model of that compensator. I just think it looks really nice. Then we do have a conversion. We have a 38 caliber conversion, so that obviously is going to bump the damage down a little bit, but this ammo is way more abundant than the 45 this normally shoots, which the only thing, this is again a huge nitpick, but for a gun of this caliber, simply because everything else is so good, I would love for this to change the sound of the gun. So right now, when you convert it to a .38 caliber, it's going to be exactly the same, just statistically it is different, so it's not going to do as much damage and some other stuff like that. I would much rather it sound maybe just a little bit different than the 45. You know, maybe just change the audio file a little bit, and I think that would go a long way. Again, that's just a small nitpick, nothing crazy, it's just something I would love to see on this gun. Then you actually do have an attachment mount, so this will look familiar if you use Doom-based weapons. Basically, now you're going to have two different attachment slots, and on these you can put a bayonet, which that looks absolutely awesome, I must say. The bayonet on this looks so cool. That little small knife, you could put a flashlight, then you could put a green laser, a red laser, or a flashlight and green laser, or a flashlight with red laser. So I'm going to go with the flashlight with the green laser because why not? We also have those green glow sights, and then of course on the other one you do have two different reflex sights if it loads. So you have a reflex sight, which is just normal, and then the recon reflex sight. So again, if you use Doom-based mods, basically what this will mean is, well, first and foremost, you could change the reticle on here. So you have some different ones. This is the green gun, so we'll go with a green chevron. And then you could actually change the zoom. So when you're using that recon version of the sight, you're going to get the zoom option. And basically the way this works is, it's just easier to show you. When you actually zoom in now, it'll actually zoom in 1.5 times as compared to this one. It's just going to be normal. Just look at how close I could see that face. We go to this one. You get a little bit closer to the face, and it's not actually like changing anything, it's just zooming your screen in more, which hopefully will make it a little bit easier to aim. Of course, you also do have that reticle, which is going to make it a little bit easier to stay on target. So now we do also have a flashlight option. It gets a little glitchy when you have two guns, so it's only going to work on one of the guns, but basically, like with some of the other Doom-based weapons, you'll craft a little toggle, and the way this works is, you're going to have a flashlight, obviously, on the gun. I'm using the other one right now. But if you hit the little toggle, we'll turn off your flashlight. It'll now switch back to being your Pip-Boy light. So then if you hit the toggle again, it'll switch back to this light. So pretty cool to have that. Personally, I don't use it. I just like having it on this gun. I think it just looks cooler on the gun. I like the look of the flashlights on the gun a little bit more. It also doesn't work if you have like a helmet on. So if I put on the B35C helmet, which has a built-in light, it's not going to work. It's just going to come out of my helmet, not out of the gun. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the mod. Let me customize these a little bit, and then we'll go into some action. So basically, I still have those Brotherhood of Steel at my base, but I did place down, I think I placed down 40 Legendary Raiders. So I'm going to let them start the fight. Then I'm going to try and flank around and see if we can't do anything. We're going to be all stealthy and secret. Basically, this one just has a silencer, a red dot sight, and all that jazz. Oh, are they all attacking me? Brotherhood! The Brotherhood's not helping at all. We're going to take some shots. Again, I do have the silencer, which I don't love the sound of the silencer. It's like a little bit too quiet for my taste. We're going to take some shots as we're walking away this way. I think the Brotherhood should notice any second now. Hey, yeah, I'm getting shot at. Thanks. So they should start attacking now, and these are some pretty heavy star paladins. That guy has a minigun, though. So let's try and take him on. We're a little too far away, I think, though, so let's get a little bit closer and go for some cool critical hits on these guys if I could actually hit him. I do have a silencer on, so not the greatest accuracy. This thing is doing pretty good damage, though, if I could actually get some hits on target. And let's switch to my other one. So this is the Diplomat version. I hit like the last by pulling it out right there. So this one's a little bit nicer, in my opinion. That guy's dead. And let's try the bayonet. I do have the bayonet on this. I think I just missed like every shot I tried to hit her with. But yeah, I really love the sound of this thing. I think it's an extremely satisfying sound. It's a little hard to, I have the compensator on and the attachment rail. It's a little hard to tell what's going on with those two activated at the same time. And my aim is really bad right there. Am I hitting her? I don't feel like I am at all. There's a guy right there. Oh, that was a cool one. I really like that one. I feel like he looks so badass with the red armor on as well. Let's switch back to... Oh, is that a grenade? Yep. Fortunately, the grenades do little to nothing. Oh, that was satisfying. It doesn't have that satisfying sound though without... Oh, there's a lot of raiders over here. What the hell? Okay, so we got one shot on her. There you go. Knock the gun out of her hand. Being efficient that way. Yeah, I don't really like the silence version as much. I much prefer this this other version. And I feel like it's a good little side, like it fits the sidearm roll well. Again, that extended magazine is really nice to have. I typically don't use those, but this one, you definitely get like your money's worth, I feel like, if you have the 45 ammo, because obviously that's the most common ammo, especially in survival playthroughs. Oh, I missed that last shot. I think I would have killed her. Let's try and beat her to death with my bayonet. Oh, yeah, that worked. That was pretty satisfying. I think we about took everyone out. Oh, no, apparently not. Not even close. I think the Brotherhood of Steel all might have died. I think I missed like a ton of shots right there, unfortunately. Let's switch to the other version. I can't I feel like when I'm using the silence version, I have so much more of a struggle figuring out where my shots are going. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, not having the sound there is a real factor for me. So I think after this one, I'm going to call this video a conclusion. I think it went pretty well. Definitely one of the cooler mods out there right now. And, oh, look out, finish reloading. But, yeah, definitely one of the best pistol mods out right now. Between this and the Scar H, I've been finding it so satisfying on these weapon mods that have, like, the custom animations, the custom sounds, and just, like, the whole enchilada. Everything lines up perfectly. This is the kind of mod I want to see more of in the future. And I'm definitely happy that we're getting them now, and that Millenia is back. So, as always, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.